good, y'all?
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Dreamhouse TV. You already know who I am, your host, Dream. I am on a Zoom meeting with you guys, an amazing artist. Like right now, because y'all know I get excited, okay? Y'all know I get excited, so don't talk about it. But he is like no other, okay? When I tell you can't just stick to one sound, he has many. And with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and give him the chance to introduce himself. So please take over.
Thank you. Hey everybody, I am Solsong. Thank you so much for having me on tonight. I was a contestant on The Voice for this season 22. I unfortunately did not make it past make it 2 battles, but I did get a blind audition. I ended up on John Legend's team, and I also got to perform I made it to battles. I got to perform in battles. I didn't make it to knockouts. So I was on 2 episodes. But yeah, so.
Look, right, that's okay though, because look, that was that first step, like getting your voice out there.
Right,
like,
exactly.
And even John had to say nobody else on his team had your sound.
Right. Nobody. Yeah, no, that was a big moment for me and a big compliment for me. They didn't like show certain parts of it, but I wasn't actually calm on the stage. I was actually like jumping up and down, like literally the whole time. I had to be calm for like 2 seconds. But other than that, when he was talking, I was literally hopping. It was so funny.
Look, right. I mean, because it's the excitement, so it's just like, right. Yeah. So I mean, before you stepping on stage, explain how your nerves was feeling and what your body was, was it jittery or?
Let me think. How was I feeling? So, like before we get on stage, right, we are like behind these doors before we get on, and when they open the doors, like the lights are kind of blinding. So honestly, when the doors opened and then the producer was like, okay, I'm gonna count down and I'm gonna say go, when I went, I felt like I just went blank. Like I just went like deaf and blank. I mean, before that, I was like, I was pacing, I was like, giving myself a pep talk. I was like kind of singing my song a little bit. But I in that moment when I went on, I was like, I was like, I don't know why I'm so nervous, because I've been doing this for a really long time. Like, and I kind of had to just let myself know, like, this is just what you do. You do this all the time. This is no different from any other time that you're doing something else. This is just what you do. So just get up there and do what you do. And that's just kind of how I like, how I calmed myself down and got in the moment and in the zone before I went out. But I was pretty nervous. I was like, I was pretty nervous, but I don't want to, because I can babble about it, but yeah.
Look, right. I mean, that's understood, because I mean, it's like, it's different from, that you can sing. Everyone around that you can sing, but now you're about to go stand in front of hundreds, thousands of people, and but like I said, when I DM'd you as well, now that your voice is out there, man, so many different opportunities are going to come your way. You just have to make sure that you be prepared for it.
Yeah, no, that I'm hoping. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Because I mean, I think at first, it was a little discouraging that I, kind of felt like, oh, well, I didn't, continue, but I realized the exposure was enough for me. And also it was, it was enough for what I'm ready for at the moment, to kind of like really make me commit to my musical career, my journey, so yeah.
Where are you originally from? Let's put them on the map.
Okay, yeah, I'm originally from Saginaw, Michigan, from the 989. We call it Sag Nasty. But I live like right outside of Detroit right now, in Madison Heights. But yeah, no, I'm from Saginaw. That's also the birthplace of Stevie Wonder. Just want to throw that out there, because everybody be like, Saginaw ain't got no people. We got a lot of people that come out of Saginaw that are big. Mostly, in sports and stuff like that. But yeah, Saginaw, Michigan, born and raised.
Oh, right. So, I mean, have you been there all your life, or have you, you moved along the way?
I've been there for most of my life. I moved for college. I went to Eastern Michigan in Ypsi, which is only about an hour and 30 minutes away. Also, while I was in high school, I lived in Spain. I did a foreign exchange program. So I've gotten out a little bit, but for the most part, that's where I'm from. Like that's who I am through and through, you know.
Well, right, right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that's home, that's
Right,
home.
exactly.
Right, right. So I mean, for you, like pursuing your music, who were some of your role models coming up? Like some of those where you like, okay, look, Missy Elliott, that's one of mine.
Yeah.
John Legend, he's another one of mine as well. Fantasia, she's another
Oh
one.
yeah. Oh
You're
yeah,
right.
for sure. Yeah.
So
So I guess like my role models is kind of a mixed bag. I grew up ethnically diverse and culturally diverse. I grew up singing in the church. I grew up singing mariachi music. I also grew up falling in love with Arabic music. So my musical influences vocally are kind of all over the place. But I would have to start with the women in my family. I have a lot of like some big, strong powerhouse voices in my family.
mhm.
Like I have an aunt who's a blues singer. My mom sings. She got a huge voice. Like I want to sing like my mom. My mom can sing, like she can sing. It's crazy. And I had an Unzaline who she died from cancer. But she also had a big voice. So I would have to start with them, those women in my family. Like they are my role models. And those are also the people that when I grew up singing, I always wanted to please because I saw how people reacted to the way that they sang, whether it was in church or in different venues that they sang. So like first and foremost, them. And then I would have to say, I'm trying to think like more bigger name people that people might know. Definitely Jasmine Sullivan. Like Jasmine Sullivan, the Clark sisters, Dorinda Clark Cole is like one of my she is like my everything in music. Um, you know, like I'm trying to think like there because there's with Donny Hathaway, that's another one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could go on. I would say those are the three. Those three I can think about off the top of my head, like
Mhm.
and not create a long pause. But and then there's another singer. Her name is Asala Nasri, but she's a Syrian singer. Um, and I'm trying to think. Roxanne Chantaka, that's another influence of mine, but she was also my choir teacher. I used to sing mariachi music with her and her dad. And I also did my first demo with her dad, and it was like a demo of just mariachi standards. So I would say, like those, like, yeah, like I'm gonna throw those out there for now. Like those are definitely.
Right. Listen to it, and I'll try to figure
Oh,
out how to pronounce it.
you're talking about on my SoundCloud?
Yes.
Oh, La Madre.
Okay. Cool. I was close. I
Yeah.
was
Oh,
close.
yeah. Yeah, La Madre. That means the mother. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I mean, with that song, what made you, want to, like push that one out?
Well, so you know, I have also Latino and Afro Latino ancestry too. So that's also like that singing Latin music and singing in Spanish is like a way that I connect with my culture in that way. Like, so that song specifically is just kind of an ode to all of the divine feminine energies in my life and in my family.
Mhm.
And I don't know how I was like I don't know how people worship or anything like that, but I'm very into divine feminine energy and that kind of stuff, and like that has just been a very very powerful force in my life growing up, whether it's been family members, friends, just literally anything, being out in nature, whatever. Like it's always been super powerful in my life, and so that song is just an ode into how like an ode to just the mother energy in general. I my quick little backstory. My parents are divorced and remarried, but my biological father was not present in my life. Even though I have a wonderful stepdad, he wasn't present in my life. And so, my mom for a while had to be both parents
Mhm.
before she got remarried. And so my mom's a boss because she struggled and did what she had to do, and she's, doing her thing now. And so like that song is really about like me watching that and watching also a lot of my aunties and stuff have similar stories and things they've had to go through, and being able just to at holidays, like being in the kitchen listening and talking to them and realizing I'm like, wait a minute, like y'all be in the kitchen during the holidays talking about some real stuff, and I'm like, my uncle's in there arguing about football history, like I ain't learning nothing from in the living room. So I'm like, I don't understand like why we are so focused on them. I'm like, the real meat is in here. Like, y'all are
Yeah.
teaching me everything I need to know before I go out into the world. Like,
Mhm.
so that song is really about that. And I also like knew, like, when I was sitting there at a young age listening to them talk about stuff, I always knew they would connect to something deeper. Like that they just carry something deeper with them that I could never put my put my finger on it, but I found out later on in life on my own journey. So long story done.
Right, right. But I mean, hey, that's good because you know you've been in the kitchen and you know that's where it go down. That they
Yeah, exactly.
like you said,
Exactly.
conversation, and then it only takes one
Exactly.
person to start off one song, and then the
Right.
next thing you know, it's like the whole everybody in the kitchen is like, you know, and then it's the
Yeah.
harmony that brings it to it. So it just like you said, it
Yeah.
brings family, you know.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so from the singing, like did it start from your mom or did it come from grandmother, great grandmother?
Well, my mom's side, like everybody can sing, like everybody can hold a tune, but my mom, I would say my mom, her mom, all of my great aunts on my mom's side can sing. Like my mom's sister can sing, but she doesn't really sing often. My mom's brother can really sing. Like, I mean, a lot of them are just singers. I mean, even for like our like family reunion, we had a whole choir of just our family. Like everybody sings. Like it's quite amazing actually. Like, yeah. So but definitely my mom's side I would say would come in probably the strongest with the singing. I would say for me.
Look, right, right. Yeah, and the same thing for us as well. Family reunion, the whole
Yeah.
family. We have the
Oh
whole
yeah,
like
y'all do that. Yeah.
right
Okay.
because I'm a pastor kid, so you know it's just
Okay.
like his side of the family, also my mom's side
Okay.
of the family, right? And then you know
Yeah.
my grandmother, she sung back up for Luther Vandross as
Oh,
well.
what?
So yeah, so it's just like I said, this is from generation to generation, you know,
Yeah,
it just
right.
down, right, right. So I mean, and it's still going, and then the way that you make it your own, you know, you
Yeah,
turn your
right.
like your voice is something that you know that you have something that you can actually control,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
right? So at what age have you actually started, you know, singing?
Honestly, I would say 3. I would say that's when I started really, that's when my parents knew that I could hold a tune. They're like, all right, he can sing. Okay, so he got the gift. It didn't skip him, he got
Right.
and then I just started singing in church all the time. I would lead like youth choirs and different things like that. And then I just kept singing and I just always been doing it. It's always been something that I did. I didn't necessarily there wasn't I didn't necessarily think I would ever try to make a career out of it because it
Mhm.
was always just something I did. It was always just like normalized for me to sing.
Right. Just walk around the house just with the notes.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, it was the same thing like that as this way. You know, 3 years old. My mom actually took the time to train our voice. She was
Okay.
a
Yeah.
choir director. Also, my
Oh,
grandmother was
also you
a choir.
had it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, my
Yeah.
grandmother was the choir director,
Oh
and
wow.
my daddy, him singing as well. So and then being the pastor. So it just like
Yeah.
So yeah, when you say up front with the mic leading the song, that's where
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
That's where
Right.
you are.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Right, right. So I mean, what is it that you actually want to do, or where do you want to see your music as from where it is now, and where you want it to be?
Hmm. Well, I think I would say kind of like a short term or midterm goal for me is I want to get out there. I want to perform at like smaller venues. Like I would like to see myself um kind of just steadily performing and being able to pay my bills with music.
Right.
That's my midterm goal. Like a midterm more sort of realistic goal is to really be able to sustain myself financially with music, but also like I I don't want to pigeonhole myself into only the American market.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of music out there, and I am so big into so many different kinds of genres across the world, across borders. Like, and I really want to get into collaborating with artists from all over and not just having like I want my voice to be everywhere. Not necessarily like I'm not necessarily after any sort of like glamour stardom. I'm more so about the music, and I will continue to be about that. Because that's how it was for me growing up. And so like I don't want to pigeonhole myself and just only be singing in English, only be singing in the American market, only be singing a certain genre of music, because I really can, like, and this is not me even like, I can't, like, growing up, like I always ask people like how they learn how to sing, and or like, yeah, obviously you knew you could sing, but how did you learn how to sing? And when people turn the question back on me, I'm like, I just mimic stuff. I just mimic people. Like if I listen to something, I try to repeat what they do, and that's how I really learned how to be able to sing in multiple different genres, is just mocking the people that I was listening to. And then I was like, okay, this sounds good or whatever, So like, I don't want to pigeonhole my singing experience. I want to sing in, in French. I want to sing in different African languages. I want to sing in, Spanish. I want to do all those things and, meet all those artists and, kind of just be a conduit and a bridge within my own self, So.
Look, right. Hey, that's understood. Like you said, you just don't want to go barrel down to just one. You want different genres. So if one of them for sure was like, I want you to drop this CD, but in this one genre, which one would you actually pick?
Probably neo soul.
Neo soul. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would probably, because the thing is, neo soul, like it is vast. You can do a lot in neo soul, and neo soul actually is in a lot of different countries. Like there's neo soul in Brazil. You know what I mean? Like neo soul it's right here. So
Look, right. Yes. And then look, so it had this own little flavor to it, okay? It had a vibe to it, to where you just like, look, we on some grown people stuff right now, listen to the words. You don't have to listen to, all the cursing and stuff that comes along with the rap music and all the rest of that stuff. So it's just like, it's grown folks music.
It is, and it's poetic, it's expressive, and it's like, that's, I think, neo soul is the modern expression of, the Black experience. You know what I mean? So like that is definitely also something, like I 100% connect with that,
Right. So who are some of your top neo soul singers, like as for like Anthony Hamilton or
Musiq Soulchild for sure. I also really like Layla Hathaway. She is like everything to me.
Yes.
I forgot to even mention her, but like she is like literally everything to me. I also really like this one Brazilian artist, Arthur Veracai. I also really like Iman Omari. I don't know if you've ever heard of Iman Omari.
Yes, I heard
his song Kama Sutra is so good. Look it up on YouTube. The video is so good. I'm trying to think. Iman Omari. I think there's somebody on the tip of my tongue, and I can't. Oh, I like Raven Lenae. Raven Lenae is really good too. I like her lyrics. Like she's a straight up lyricist. So I really like her for that. People like Moonchild and just a lot of different artists. Like I like their vibe, and I like the way they express themselves, and also like the fact that they're not afraid to sing. Like I feel like a lot of people, like one thing that I kind of experience on The Voice, and this might be like the only negative thing, is that I kept finding these like moments where it's almost like people were like, it's almost like they were like kind of like, oh, the way Black people sing is like, it's too much. Like our music genres, we do too much when we're singing, and I'm just like, it's because y'all can't do it.
It's because we have soul, okay? We have
that part. And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm like that, but yeah. Look, so like,
you should ask what your name was. How do you say my name?
Exactly.
Solsong, right?
Exactly.
So, exactly. And it's crazy because like you said, not many people understand it. They say we do too much, but this is soul music,
it's soul, exactly.
Like we have no choice but to be ourselves. We have no choice but go by what we actually know, kind of thing. Right. So if we know, our race, soul music, this is what we, grew up listening to, whether it's from church music to R&B to, like you said,
jazz,
soul.
blues. Yeah, right.
Yes, and if you say it's extra, cool. We are that man. We are extra.
We are that,
but, but we're not about that. Exactly. Exactly. Like, no, we're not about to limit ourselves, or we're not about to hide ourselves. Right. Because at that point in time, we settled out. You know, like, no, don't sell out, because in the audience, you don't have just one color of audience. You have different color of audience. And then the way that music and stuff is going now, we listening to each other music. I love country music. I want mine sitting up there, listening to a little country, listening to a little, like, on the side. On the side. Look, right. No lie. They have some that hit. They have some.
No, they do. And I will give them, they can sing. They can sing when they do. Yeah. Like, I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, we giving y'all props, so don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on us. So when we come out and we sing, don't say that we're, we do too much, we do too extra. No, we're putting our soul into what we're saying.
Exactly.
To what we're delivering. We're not just sitting up here saying it. There's a message in the song as well, and not many people really sit up here and they don't really, they don't really understand it, or they don't listen to that. They just like, oh, it's just a song. No.
Yeah. And they also don't understand that those extra notes and those extra moments, they come out because those are things that we can't express with words. So it's like, if you actually sit there and you listen to someone do an intrinsic run and go in and out of the key, the structure, it's like, because they're saying there's so much being said by that run that you just got to listen to and feel it. It's not, but the people that are not inside the culture may not understand that, because that's not their lived experience, but that's what it is, at least for me.
Yeah. And like you said, it's the notes, like I said, not many people get it. They don't understand, like I said, between those notes and those that we let out, even the high notes.
Right, exactly.
We have to go deep down with
deep. Yeah, exactly.
And you know how many times it took us to try to hit that note on a regular, but during the song, I felt that note and it came out perfectly. Like,
right.
Like, but not many people know that though. Behind the scenes, they're like, oh, like, nah, they've been practicing that. Yeah, but when I was practicing it, I couldn't hit it.
Right, exactly.
So now that I'm actually here and I'm giving it my all, and this note came out of nowhere, and it was on point. And it was on point. Right.
Anointing.
yeah. Right.
But
so
right. Yeah.
So you working with different people. What are some top, how can I say this? What are some top artists that you wouldn't mind collaborating with?
Like top. You mean like mainstream artists? Like names of mainstream artists that I would want to work with? Mainstream artists. Oh, definitely her.
Yes.
Definitely. Like, I don't even, you know what I mean? Like,
you don't even have to say nothing. When you say her, I already knew, because her whole vibe is, I rocks with it.
Definitely her. I don't know. Definitely her. Thinking of mainstream. I'm so underground that, like, trying to think. Also, people that are problematic. People that ain't.
Right. Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah.
Lauryn Hill. Who else? Let's see. Let's go along that line. We have Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm not thinking about them. I'm like thinking about top 40 right now. But yeah, no, like definitely Jill Scott. Definitely her. Definitely Jill Scott. It's always when I put on the spot. Like, if I wasn't on camera, I'd be able to say like a million people. Also Jasmine Sullivan for sure. John Vinyl. I would also do something with John Vinyl. He has that song called Stacy that I really like. I don't know. They'll some names will come to me probably.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. Look, I know, because if it was me, I'd be like, I'd be the same way.
Yeah, right.
Right. But also, I wouldn't mind working with Kiki Wyatt.
Oh yeah. Oh, but she would just blow me out. I wouldn't be able to sing. You know, it's funny because like when I be singing with people, like I had just sang back up for one of my best friends. We sang at this church in Detroit, and sometimes like, during rehearsal, like if I'm like singing and like someone is doing something that's really crazy or like amazing or really touching me, I stop singing like in the middle. Like I'd be like. And I'd be like, no, you got to keep singing. Why you stopping? I couldn't, if I was singing with her, I don't even know if I could actually sing. You know what I mean? I'd probably
Right.
be like, no, you got it. I'm done. You just go ahead and do your thing.
Look, at this moment, right?
At this
I'm
point,
like,
you know,
I'm like that too. When I get too excited, and when I hear that note, I'm like,
yeah,
anything close to me, a shoe, a remote,
right,
anything, it probably gonna come flying across the room. I don't mean to hurt you, but
yeah,
you did that, okay? Like you hit
right,
that note, and I wasn't expecting for you to, for you to do it like that. But you
exactly.
slowed
But
down.
right. Oh, do you know who King is? We
King,
Are King.
no.
They're all sisters. I would put them in the neo soul. But look them up. They're really good. But I would definitely collaborate with them. They're
Mhm.
harmonies. I'm a harmony person. Oh, Brandy is somebody I would collab with. She is also a harmony guru. I love harmonies. Like I am
Yeah.
just like if people think I do too much when I sing, when the stuff I'm gonna be putting out, a lot of harmonies, a lot of crazy stuff happening. So
Yes, yes. I was able to tune in on your video that you did with the cover of Adele,
oh
and
yeah, oh
I would
yeah.
listen to the free part, and I'm like, he is hitting. Yes,
Thanks.
because look, when it comes down to harmonizing, I listen for it too. Like
Yeah, right.
that key a little off. Try it again.
Right. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But yes, like 3-part harmony, I love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Love it. Right. So I mean, like, as for your voice, what are you like? Alto, tenor, first, second, soprano. As for male,
I am a tenor through
tenor.
and through. Yeah, I'm a tenor. I actually went to school for music.
Mhm.
I didn't graduate with music degree. It was more so like a concentration, but yeah, I studied classical music there, and I am definitely a tenor. I'm a higher voice for
Mhm.
sure, but I also have a raspier tone. Um, so I mean, I guess also maybe alto too.
Mhm.
I would say alto too as well. But yeah, definitely tenor.
Look, right, right. You wouldn't be able to tell from my voice, but I'm soprano.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you know what? No, I mean, like a lot of us don't actually talk in our singing voice.
Mhm.
Like I actually talk higher than this, but like I usually be talking up talking up here, but I always be like,
Right, tone it down a little bit.
louder. But yeah, no, I can believe that.
Mhm. Yeah,
I can
yeah,
believe that.
right. And it's crazy because like when I open my mouth, they're like, I wasn't expecting that to come out of you. It comes though. I can't
Yeah,
help it.
right.
I can't it up. Like, I mean, of course I can do alto. Tenor, I feel like it's like a little bit too deep for me
Oh
because
yeah,
of the range. But I tried. I gave it up.
yeah.
That's not for me. Right, right. So I
So
mean,
you sang soprano in choir too? Like you oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's your high voice.
yes.
They
Look,
be they
right.
be up there.
Yes, yes. And it's crazy because like when you can have only two sopranos and you got like a good bit of altos, you got a good bit of tenors, and you still hear the sopranos and they hitting,
Yeah.
they'll
That's
let
it.
you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what's
So
up
he
though.
was like, oh, so you up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's something to be proud of, honestly.
Yeah, I feel that too, but on certain songs, it's because of my soprano, my tone. It's just like I feel like if I can take it down just a little bit, it'll be good. I think
Hmm.
that's just like it's something that I have to learn kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So right. So I mean, like with you, just like you said, you went to music. You started taking music classes and stuff like that as well, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what have you learned through just going through the classes that you didn't know before?
Oh, a lot. I mean, I took music theory classes, oral skills, that's ear training. Um, um, I mean, I sang operas, I sang musical theater. I did full shows, half shows, scenes for different shows. I mean, I learned a lot of technique. It's been a long time since I've been in college, but I learned a lot of technical stuff that, I obviously didn't know before. I honestly, that was a whole different world for me. I was not going to go to school to study music at all, but I ended up auditioning. I ended up doing this competition in high school, and one of the professors was like, "Oh, you need to go to school for music." And I was like, I'm not trying to be poor. I want to go get a different job." But yeah, no, I learned a lot. I mean, just even basic posture helps your singing, which a lot of people may not think that that matters, but oh yeah, like literally just adjusting your posture will make you sound night and day. Sing a song one time, adjust your posture, sing it again, you will probably be amazed at how it frees up your sound and how more relaxed you sound. And also you can hit your notes, even the way your head is centered on your shoulders and stuff like that. Notes ping out, as opposed to a lot of people who do things like this when they sing, when they're hitting notes, and it constricts in here, so it won't come out as clear. It'll be really hard, and then you'll start muscling. And then if you're doing that while you're singing and you start muscling and your vocal cords are just slapping together, you won't be able to make it to the end of the song because you're gonna be tired.
Right.
So I learned a lot of things about longevity. Now, when my emotion kicks in, sometimes I'll be forgetting all that. But it's good skill to have. Especially if you want longevity in your career. With singing, it's important to know some technical stuff. If you don't care about that and you want a good 5 years, do you? But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, so what are some of your future goals? Nope. And a matter of fact, let's back it up. If your younger self came to you right now today, what would be some advice that you would give yourself?
stop being such a slave to humility. And the reason that I'm saying stop being such a slave to humility is because I have zero confidence. Like, I don't know what or why, but like legitimately, I have I'm working on it now. I'm really working on it. Because even while I was at The Voice, it was really coming out. I was actually, and I will share this I will share this part. When I was taping for The Voice, all my downtime when I was like in the hotel room and stuff, I was freaking out. I mean, every time I heard somebody singing in the hallway, I was like, oh my God, these people are so good. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't understand why I'm here. These people are so good, blah, blah, blah. And then I was calling my parents and they were, and my friends, so they were like, you're good too. And I'm like, no, you don't understand though. These people are like, what? Like, what? It also had been a long time since I've been around, just a bunch of people singing and singers and stuff. So that was definitely adding to it. But I was just like, what is wrong with me? Like, what happened to me? Like, when I was younger, I didn't care if anybody else could sing. I was still doing competitions. I was still doing stuff, singing. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I also had no issues. I love hearing singers. I love other singers. I actually prefer to be in like groups and duets. I don't actually prefer to be a solo, but I'm always pushed to lead because I always end up leading something. So it's just something right now. Like, I'm really working on like, it's okay to be like, you got what you got. It's okay to be like, you don't got to be like, crapping on other people, but it's okay to be confident confident in your gift. Like, you were blessed with that. It says your gifts will make room for you in the Bible. Like, it's just something I need to like work on, and I'm working on with myself because I am ridiculous with that. I will just cower. Like, no, I'm not. No, I can't do that. Like, yes, you can.
No, right. But think about it, you actually overcame,
Yeah.
having, like not really having that much confidence like that because you got on stage, man.
I did. No, you're right. Yeah, you did. See, I'm not even thinking about that right now. Like, so you telling me that is like it reinforcing that for me. Like, yeah, I did. I did get out there. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And look, I'm a shy person, okay? I will freeze up, like, because like I said, you singing around the house. It's cool. I sing around the house all day, but when I actually get in front of people, it's like,
yeah,
I freeze up, and it just, but like in order for me to actually, for them to catch me, I have to be in my zone, which means if you just catch me singing, when I'm just humming and singing around, that type of stuff, then you catch me. Other than that, don't ask me to sing.
That's
yeah.
Because I will not. And it's funny because like you know, I meet people all the time and they'll be like, or people will be like, can you sing this or whatever? I'm like, no, absolutely not. And they'll be like, you know, if I could sing, I'd be like, you'd be doing exactly what I'm doing. But then again, you probably wouldn't, because you got more confidence than I do, because you sing even though you can't sing. Loud as, you know, all get out. You don't care who hearing. But it's like, oh, I can sing. And I'm just like, no, you know what I mean? I'll keep that to the stuff on my own and post what I want to post. But you know, I don't know. But it's something, I think it's something that'll happen with growth, you know, and like with growth and me actually being more comfortable with what comes with what I'm trying to do. It's like, if I want to make a career out of this, I can't be that shy. I can't be lacking the confidence. You know, also people don't got time for that. They're like, they want to know, they're like, can you do this? If you can't, you need to move on. There's a lot of people that are trying to do this. So I have to also realize too that like not everybody's moving at my pace. You know what I mean? Like, so it's definitely, being there, it was definitely like really showed me what industry / show business is like. Like, we ain't got time for that. You know, we gotta do this. All that stuff, you better go to the bathroom, take 5 minutes and figure it out. When you come back, it better be right, you better be ready to go. You know?
Exactly. Right. I mean, like, is at this moment, it's like you know, this is something that you want. So you better bring your, you know, you better come straight forward. Okay, look, even if you gotta practice all the way on the plane, on the way here, in the car, look, in your sleep, because you know, when you know that you have something big that's coming up, it's like it's in your mind. So now you're tossing and turning all night because you make sure that you hit this note correctly. Like, oh, I hope I don't forget the words, you know, so like, man, I applaud you. I applaud you, because me, I think I would have froze. I believe I would have froze because now it's like, I look at everybody else, but now they have like 10,000 eyes looking at me. So it's just like, now what I do.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what though? Like, being up there too, like the lights are blinding you too. So you're not even really seeing the people out there. And there's so much going on that like also when I was performing, I pretty much had my eyes closed almost the whole time I was singing, which they told me not to do that. But I still did that because I was like, I am not looking, because the coaches the judges, coaches, whatever, are just right there. So I'm just like, I walked out there and saw them. I was like, I gotta close my eyes because this ain't even real. This is not happening. Like, you know, especially when I looked over at John Legend and Gwen and stuff, I was like, I gotta close my eyes. I can't open my eyes and sing to y'all. I cannot. Well, like, I knew they were there. Like, I didn't see them yet, but I knew they were there, and I was like, I cannot. This is ridiculous.
Right, like, I don't even see you guys, and I know you're there. So that's even, you know. And then it's like, it's not just them, but they have people behind them.
Behind them,
like, this is bigger than the church congregation. Okay, this is
that part. Yeah, no, that part for sure. Yeah, that part for sure. But I did actually, you know, I kind of like emotionally put myself like I was singing at church, because in that environment, like in the church I grew up in and I sang at, that was a supportive environment for me. Everybody knew I could sing, and you know, that was my church family. So that was easier for me to kind of put myself in that, like, singing for my church family. It's just like another, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was back at home, which, you know, I don't frequent back at home going to church often, but you know, like, it's like I was growing up, and that is probably also the reason that I closed my eyes the whole time. You know,
look, right. I mean, it's cool because, you know, you had to center yourself. You know, just imagine if you would have left your eyes open, no telling. You know, it's just like, cool. I'm gonna close my eyes because this is personal. You know, it's not. You know, it's not just, you know, I'm doing this because, you know, but no, this is something that I want to pursue.
Exactly.
That I want to go towards.
Yeah, and I also want to share too, you know, for anybody that listens, is that like, this was the third time. So I've given up doing music 3 times, and the third time was when I decided to audition for The Voice. So I was like, this was the biggest yes that I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to give up anymore, because I wanted to see, like, I'm like, do I still got it? Like, can I still do this? You know, I'm not 18 anymore. I'm 29. I know some people are like, oh, that's still young, but like, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, can I really still do this? and make a career out of this. And I was like, if none of this works out, I'm just gonna give up and continue doing what else I was doing with a different career. But I did the virtual audition, got a call back like immediately, and I was like, weird. I was like, okay, let's see what's happening with this. Cause like I'm still probably gonna give up, but let's see. But then, I had to send in all the videos and do all that stuff. And then I got the call. I got this missed call from LA, and I was like, I don't answer numbers that only stored in my phone. But this was so long after I had sent in my videos. I was like, well, maybe they're not calling me. Maybe I didn't actually get, audition. Or maybe I'm not going to LA. And then I got this text message and it was like, oh, hey, I'm so and so from The Voice. Can you call back? And I was like, oh, I was like, this is it. So I called her back like immediately. I think I was like about to get in the shower and I was just like, nope. Like I called her immediately. And when she said that, I literally dropped the phone and I was like, all right. I was like screaming and I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, if anything, I was like, I definitely was listened to. Like, I'm not giving up. Like, I can't give up because this is, one of the biggest things I've ever done, so like, but yeah, so don't give up is what I'm saying. Like I definitely wanted to throw in the towel and have, but something in my life always brings me back to music. I feel like I've been in this cycle of running away from it and something kind of, I don't want to say tragic, but something that really just like messes my life up, kind of like makes me like sit down and then here comes some music thing that is like, no, you need to be doing music and then you need to be doing music again. And even right down to sometimes I have found myself being depressed when I'm not doing anything musically. Like if music is not at all in my life, but me listening to it on my earphones, I realize when I check in with myself that I'm not happy. And I'm like, what is the source of this unhappiness? I'm not doing music. So
look, right, because music is therapy. Like even with me, like I would rather actually sit up here and listen to music before I watch TV. You know,
right.
and it's crazy because it's just like like that's my center. Like that's my peaceful mode. Like this is where I don't even have to talk. I can just sit here. It's me and my thoughts, listening to the music. Trying to figure out what my next step is. It helped me progress. It helps me progress. Right. Yeah. So I mean, as for gospel artists, because y'all know, you said the church. Who are some of the, besides the Clark sisters, because I love the Clark sisters, okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah. But who are some of the top gospel artists as well who you would like to work with?
That's so hard for me. I'm telling you, the reason that is so hard for me because like Kiera Sheard, Karen Clark, and Brenda, all like they're like literally me and like my best friends grew up like they are literally our everything. Like no one in the gospel industry, no one could ever, well, some of the Pace sisters, like, but anyway, who would I collaborate with right now?
Honestly, I think I could
probably you, Tasha.
Honestly, I think I could see you and Smokey Norfolk doing some music together.
Oh yeah, is he still?
I believe so.
Oh yeah, I used to sing some of his songs growing up. Yeah, that would be Fred Hammond for sure. He got the most melodic, jazziest voice. I love his voice. Yeah, I would definitely collaborate. Oh, and and I know this is the Clark family, but Jay Moss, he's a bomb producer, like a bomb producer. Yeah, definitely. And also he can sing his tail off. So definitely those people. Yeah, I don't listen to gospel all the time, but
yeah, I feel you. Same here. I have my moments. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling gospel today, but it's not gonna last all day. But at that moment, I'm like, okay, this is what my soul needs. Is like, it kind of leads you towards exactly what you need to listen to.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. So I mean, like, where do you hope to see yourself 3 years from now?
Performing at venues, like having an active schedule, performing at venues, maybe even booking larger shows, or maybe like 1,000 people in the crowd, or singing at some maybe more like festivals that are like regional in different states, and hopefully going out of the country. 3 years from now, I'm hoping to be performing out of the country at venues in other countries, like often, you know, which is not, is, I don't think that's an unreasonable goal. You know, I have an aunt who's a blues singer, and blues is way bigger in Europe than it is in here. So she's always in Russia and Dubai and Switzerland and Germany, and she's always gone to different countries singing at those festivals and very large shows. Like those people over there still listen to blues. They support blues over there more than we support blues over here, you know, like, so I hope, and you know, in 3 years, I see myself like being an avid traveler out of the country for my music. Uh, I mean, even from The Voice, you know, because I also believe everything that you want in life is, you know, obviously I believe everything that is for you is for you. And I think I feel like it shows up in your life before you even see it. And for example, like most of the people that have been like contacting me or following me from seeing my stuff on The Voice, they've been from Brazil. And I'm like, what? This is so odd. Like I've seen that demographic and I'm like, weird. Like that is so interesting that that's the thing. And I'm like, well, I'm probably gonna be going there. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because I mean, cross
Um,
seas, that's where it's at. You
yeah,
know,
right.
I mean, because you got to think about it. Here, we listen to the music all the time. You know, like
Yeah,
sometimes it has the same flavor, but across there, it's like, okay, nah, this is something that we, and in order for them to listen to your music,
right,
they let you know that hey, like you really have something that's going on, like you have something.
right. Yeah.
But speaking of, I know that you said, you know, to travel, that type of thing. I just recently just recently talked to one of my homeboys. He was actually on the X Factor,
Oh, okay.
and he has this thing connected with China.
Really?
Yes, and they are actually looking, because you know they're starting to open back up, you know, that type of stuff as well. And he said they are actually looking for artists to come out there and perform at some of their events. So if that is something that you were into, I can connect you two guys
What?
and go from there.
That would be nuts. Yeah, for sure. Like 100%.
Okay, cool,
Ain't no
cool.
nothing.
Cool,
Like,
cool. Yeah, because I told him, I was like, yo, you know, like if you know, if I run into any people, you know, I'm gonna try to connect y'all, see you that way, you know,
yeah.
that stuff. But yes,
No,
but
I would have. That would be awesome. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
oh,
Like,
most definitely, most
sure.
no, that's what
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's the help, you know what I'm saying? Like even though
Yeah.
if I can't do much, if I know somebody that can, you know what I'm saying, don't mind helping,
Yeah.
I don't mind connecting you two to build. And he's a singer also, so y'all probably collab on something together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's also something I'm putting out there too. Like I'll collab. Let's do it. Like I honestly just I want that I'm also a communal type person. Like I want to, that's my way I feel like of networking as a singer is collabing with people and putting that out there. Like, yeah, I'm, you know, I will sing on whatever. Like I just want to sing. That's what I
Right.
want to do, you know? So
Yeah. So yeah, and that'll be dope. He also is here in Houston as well too. So
okay.
so yeah, oh that'll be dope. I can see some good things coming from. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I'm gonna connect y'all. I'm gonna connect y'all.
No, I would
But,
appreciate it.
yes, but I mean, can like for those besides telling them, you know, not to give up for what they want to pursue as for their goals, you know, what they want to become, that you know, that's meant for them to be. What other encouraging words could you give someone that want to pursue any dream?
I would just say, you know, well, one, I would say trust in yourself, like trust in yourself and trust in your gift. And as best as you can, stay away from idolizing and romanticizing other people's journey because it's not yours. Like your journey is unique to you. And also you're never late. Whenever you show up, you're on time. You are never late. When you step on a scene is exactly when you're supposed to be there, because that is what you're ready for. And also like accepting where you are and really being honest with yourself. Like for example, I realized that what happened with me on The Voice is exactly what I was ready for. That's exactly where I was ready for. That's as much as I could take. That's as much as I was open to. You know what I mean? And now that I'm able to step back and reflect on that, I'm like, okay, now I know what work I need to do to be ready to receive more of what it is that I know that I truly want. But you can't receive anything, and like I can't want you. You can't want to be famous, but you don't have that within you in that moment. Are you ready to take on that type of work? Are you ready for what that actually means? And if you're not, you're only going to get, little by little what you're ready for. So just accept where you are, but know that like don't compare to anyone else, like literally at all. Because I was doing that while I was there. There were people there that were way more established than I was, and I was still getting in my head about it. And then I was thinking to myself, though, I was like, okay, yeah, they got 80,000 followers, and you may only have 2,000, but you still here. So clearly, you don't need to compare to whatever. You still here.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
Yeah, man. Nobody has your voice itself. It gave me chills. So
really? Oh, whatever.
You gave me chills.
Thank you.
Chills, man. Like seriously, like even when I went back, like I said, I found your SoundCloud, your Spotify. I went and listened to a few of the songs as well too on there. Also followed you on TikTok. So and Instagram. So it just like getting into it. Also on YouTube. I follow you on YouTube as well. So yes, don't stop, man. Keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Keep going. And it's something that you said when I first told you to give advice to other people. You said basically you were saying never sleep on yourself and never sleep on your gift.
Yeah.
Those words right there, I think that was for you, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was for you.
For sure. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So look,
right.
like I said, you can try to run from it. That's just like trying to live your life, but God is calling you. You can run for as much as you want. But whenever He's ready to pull you out your mess, He's going to pull you out your mess. Yep. Nothing that you can do about it.
Right. You can either get dragged or just walk.
Or just walk, right? And don't drag me, okay? I don't want to be dragged by my shirt. I don't have any hair. Hair. So it's just like you said, you have to be willing and able and available to walk into your gift.
Yep.
And don't limit yourself.
Right.
Don't limit yourself, because up here, this is our biggest enemy right here. Yeah. And that's because that's our thoughts, the way that we think. I'm gonna go, but I don't think that I can. They sound good, but they might go there. No, don't put that in the atmosphere. You have to speak things over your life as though they were. So when you go and then you be like, I'm about to go out here, I'm about to do this, and they about to love it, believe that. Yeah, no, for sure. It's already the atmosphere. You spoke it over your life, like the power of the tongue, it has a life. It has a life. So even like I said, even here and here, when you get those thoughts, man, I rebuke those negative thoughts, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to do my best, because you take one step, He'll take the rest. Right. Exactly. Yeah. That whole word. And so just like I said, man, just you going on stage and you putting yourself out there. Watch I can't wait to see where you're going from now and where you're going to be, where you're going, man. I can't wait to see. I plan on continue to follow you, man, because I received that. Thank you. I know that many things are about to happen in your life. I received that. Thank you. When you least expect it. And it's going to be one of those moments again, like when they called you and then you was like, you just dropped the phone. It's going to be something way bigger than that, man. Way bigger than that. And I can't wait to see where you're going. Amen. Amen to that. I can't wait to see where you're going. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. Like, I'm excited. I really have the chills right now. So it just like, I have to, kind of shake it off a little bit. But yes, man, just be prepared. Stay humble, because being humble, it says a lot about you. Yeah. Like I am grateful for what God has done, what He's doing, and what He's about to do. Right. In my life. And that right there is just saying that, God, whatever you have planned for me, I accept. Right. Yeah. That acceptance. Yeah. Right. Mm. And that's one thing you have to do. You be like, okay, like, it's just like when they try to have the intervention, like, you have to understand that, okay, you go to AA meetings and stuff, I'm alcoholic, but that's you admitting that you're an alcoholic. That's the first step. Right. Mm-hmm. So for you admitting to God, like, okay, God, I see it, I understand it. Now I'm willing. Mm-hmm. And then from there, he gonna know if you really mean it or not, because he's gonna text you. He's gonna send things your way, be like, hey, you said that you was ready for it. You know, but how bad do you want it?
Right.
So
yeah,
man, it's just a beginning for you, man. It's just a beginning.
It is. It is, but it's a good start.
Yeah, and it is a great start.
It is a good start.
It's a good start. It's a great start.
Yeah, right. You know, yeah.
Great, and greater, and greater, and bigger,
and greater,
and bigger is coming, man.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. So, I mean, any last words that you have, you know, encouraging words that you have for the viewers?
I don't know. I mean, thank you so much for this conversation. It was also healing for me. So I appreciate you imparting your wisdom and speaking life into my life. So, you know, I really, and you got the scoop. You can say you got the scoop. But no, I guess just like, you know, also like people have also been writing me, you know, about how do you audition for The Voice and how was that experience? I'm always open. I'm open to talk to anybody about anything, you know, while they're going, just throwing it out there because people have been writing me about it, about the process and what to do and all that. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, like pretty much just reiterating everything that we just said, like, don't give up and like really just, you got to know who you are. You got to know who you are, whose you are, where you are. You got to just and accept all of that. And you got to see it before you see it, you know? So, but yeah, I also speak life into your ministry, to what you're doing. Like, I hope that I don't know what's in the works for you or what's, you know, what's behind all of this. But, you know, I pray and hope that you get up there. You know, I hope that whatever you're doing takes off. And if it hasn't already taken off, I don't know, you know, what you're doing, but I also pour back that life and speak life and blessings into what you're doing. And because it has definitely blessed me and also to you. So
oh yeah, I receive it, man. I receive it, and it's already an atmosphere. This show is going to be big. It's already here. Like, I don't settle for less. You know, I go above and beyond. Why? Because I want better. You know, I want more. So, and you have to want it.
Yeah. You also have the personality and the charisma for this too. Like, it was very natural, very organic. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Right. And it was crazy because I was like, I need to write down some questions, you know, but in the process of me thinking, I'm like, okay, God, what can I ask? Before I do any show, I always talk to God first, like, okay, God, give me the words to say, give me the wisdom, you know, what I need to tell them, you know, or what it is that tell me that I need to take in, you know, that type of thing. But when he don't answer, I just know he be like, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Go with the flow. And that's pretty much what we did tonight. We went with the flow. Yes. And
yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Great. Right. So, I mean, let them know, plugging in, how can they find you? Instagram, Facebook, you know.
Oh yeah. So I'm on Instagram. Actually, let me pull this up to not say it incorrectly because I just changed. Okay, so yeah, my Instagram is at Solsong Muziq, but it's Muziq. So Solsong, SOLSONG MUZIQ. You can find me there on Instagram. At TikTok. My TikTok is Solsong93, so SOLSONG 93. And my YouTube is Solsong. So just type in Solsong and you'll find my YouTube. And then my SoundCloud is also Solsong. But I'm surprised you even found that. I thought I didn't.
Yeah, no, sir. I like to do my research. Okay, I like to do my research. So, like I said, SoundCloud, so the Spotify. I plan on linking all that in the description box. So if it start blowing up, then I mean, hey, you let you know I need to get back to it.
Okay, yeah, my SoundCloud is the same thing. So yeah, just Solsong, you'll find me. But yeah, thank you again for having me on, and thanks for whoever's listening and tuning in. This was so dope. This was the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I'm happy that it was with you, my first encounter. Like that was really awesome. So thank you for this opportunity, and this experience. It was dope.
I thank you so much for taking the time to, sit down and talk with me.
Yeah.
Tell your testimony, tell about your journey.
Right.
And man, look, you guys, I plan on staying linked with them. Okay, so
Yeah,
as
for
it goes
sure.
along,
For sure.
y'all gonna see him again. I will have him
Yeah,
back.
for sure. I would appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it so much.
Thank you
Right?
so much.
And no problem, no problem. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all can do me a favor by please liking, sharing, commenting, hitting the notification bell, bing, so that way every time I upload a new video, you guys are the first one to get it. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we're out. Peace.